Hey vinyl community, sorry for disappearing for a while. Been really busy with the family, work, everything. So I have to go pick up the kids shortly because there's a disaster at a wedding apparently. So I'll try to do this really fast, hopefully under 30 minutes, or my wife is going to get pissed. Okay, anyway, this is just going to be a quick vinyl finds video, I guess. Yeah, whatever. So I got quite the stack from the last couple of months, hitting a lot of sales. Actually, tomorrow's the big Tokyo Record Mart, which is one record company alone is bringing like 20,000. So that's just one shop. So yeah, this is gonna be a huge one. So well, anyway, I got a big stack here. Just try to get through it really fast and get off to the wedding. Okay, so very eclectic mix today. So first off, we got Junko Ohashi, so jazz vocalist, Japan. This one's getting a little on the poppy, city pop end of things. Not something I really like that much, to be honest, but it was $1. I found this in a bargain bin. Everything was a dollar bin, so it was a special thing. So on the Philips label, live album, self-titled. It's all right. So that's my one Junko Ohashi. That might be my only Junko Ohashi. I just wanted one. This one was an interesting find. Same place, dollar bins. Tomita the Planets. So this was is it Holst, the composer that did the planets. It's the same planets. So he's got the 8 planets minus Pluto. This is pre-Pluto, I guess. This was the composition that John Williams pretty much based the Star Wars one on. So this is on RCA, Red Seal. So apparently they just went out of print soon after coming out, just because they didn't license the music properly, apparently. But yeah, so this was also featured in one of those, what's it called? Black Mirror, I think. Someone was telling me that. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, actually. It's worth... I'm going to put all these in the link description below. So I made a little playlist that shows a lot of these. So this was quite interesting. Kind of Star Wars meets synth. It's like one of those. Sound imaging is quite good from what I hear. So looking forward to getting that a proper listen later, once I can get it all the way cleaned up. This is one of the big jazz guys here in Japan. So Sadio... Watanabe. I only really like one or two of his albums, but yeah, this is one of his big albums. So it was $1, so I had to get it. So what's it called? Orange Express. It's like a big album. So inner sleeve. All these have nice inner sleeves, really. All these were really great condition, so I picked them up. CVS. Typical one that you see back everywhere, really. So it's got all the bells and whistles. So this one's more of a Caribbean flavor. This is considered to be one of his best. My personal favorite's I always push it's the Round Trip album. The Japanese album's got like a airplane landing, and the American version, and I think some of the European versions have it's kind of like a psychedelic circle kind of thing. Round Trip. Yeah, they're going for the psych thing. Chick Corea's on there, a couple other notable people, as I recall. But that was a really good one. This is a super album. I was very happy to get this for $1. So this guy, he's one of the... Sadio, he's a sax guy. He did one with Roberta Flack, too. I picked up the other year. Last year or the year before, I can't remember. When I was in the States, I found it for a couple $bucks. Picked it up. But yeah, he's all over the place. Same with this guy. He's one of the big guys in Japan. So... let's see if I can do this. Terumasa Hino. So it's backwards for me. I'm hoping it's not backwards for you. Double Rainbow. This could have been, was it Hana's contest? Oh well. So it's got all the inserts and so on. Got like a lyrics. It's hard to get all this stuff out, actually. It's kind of tight. It's got all the obi on there and everything. It's inner sleeves. And this guy again on CBS. So it's a major one. This is his early 80s period. His earlier stuff tends to be a little more free jazzy. This one has its free jazzy moments, but this one he's going full fusion, like Electric Miles. if you like Electric Miles, you'll like this. This is actually, I was really happy with this when I finally got to listen to it. But yeah, I was kind of expecting cheese from the cover, but it is a really good album. If you like that 70s coked out Electric Miles period, mid 70s, kind of on those lines. But he's a tremendous trumpet player. He's still active in New York City. I don't know how good he is these days, but it's probably worth checking out. And yeah, I'd certainly pay more than $1 for that, knowing what it is now. This is Willie Nelson's big album, really. Always on My Mind. You'll notice a different cover art in Japan compared to the rest of the world. This is actually still in the Shrinky. Got the obi, everything. Yeah, a lot of Japanese albums, they don't come in shrink, or didn't come in shrink. But it comes with like a little booklet. Again, CBS again, I think. Yeah, CBS Sony, and yeah, it comes with like a lyric sheet and a lot of pictures and so on. Really nice. Again, I was really happy to find that for $1. Try to keep this under 30 minutes. The wife doesn't kill me when she finds out what I've been doing. This one, well, I think I paid like $5 for this one, but yeah, Supercharger, one of my favorite 90s bands. Still in the shrink. Around $5 on this. Small label, I think probably Estrus. Not sure who did this, but the sound quality is actually quite bad. And I did a kind of a boo-boo on this one when I was cleaning it. I kind of got my nail and scratched it a bit, but yeah, the sound quality is pretty bad on this live recording of their big 2 albums, self-titled, and was it Radio X, I believe? Super X or Radio X, I can't remember. Yeah, I kind of scratched it a little bit. It was very minty until I did that, but at least the sound quality was pretty bad, and it's not an expensive album. Supercharger, I wouldn't recommend this one so much as their first 2. But yeah, garage punk, awesome stuff. This one, again, $1. Got really lucky. Got all the inserts and so on. Hako Yamasaki being the last name. On the Fontana, I think that's Fontana. So yeah, this is one of her good ones, or all of them are good actually. But her key period, this is somewhere around their 4th album-ish, maybe around in there. But yeah, this is her good period live, her first live album. It's got a lot of their early hits on it, folksy, yeah, I guess it's folk rock, I guess you'd call it. It's a little bit of a Japanese flavor to it. Awesome stuff. Really like her, got like 4 or 5 of her albums. This one, Creation. This is just a best of, because I couldn't see buying all the early stuff. But yeah, but I kind of don't know if I could get them sent internationally. Their album covers. If you ever seen Flower Travel Man, they get naked on the cover. But this guy, they like to throw naked kids on the cover, so I don't know if I could get it through customs. But this is like a best of. Creation is the later version of Blues Creation. 2 of the guys from Blues Creation, you know, from the awesome artwork with like the demons and I don't know if that's called demons and something. But yeah, this has it's produced by Yuya Uchida and Felix Papalardi. I'm gonna say that wrong. Of Mountain. Yeah, he actually appears on a lot of these tracks. So him and Yuya. Yuya Uchida is from Flower Traveling Band. Actually, I got one of their early albums with the original artwork. I'm going to get that maybe in the next video. But here, it says all the works. This is about as minty as you can get. And insert everything. This thing looks new, other than not being in the shrinky. But like I said, a lot of Japanese albums, they never came in shrink. They just came in like a slipcase. Yeah, so that was more than $1, but yeah, it was worth it. It's super clean. It's like you just don't see them that clean. This one, interesting find. The Rainbow Goblins, based on the book of the same name. It's prog. It's a little bit like psych edge to it, but this is late 70s. So it's very very well produced. It's not fuzzed out at all. But this is an album that's been kind of growing on me. I know where to find a cleaner copy with the OB and everything, but this is pretty damn clean on the artwork side. But yes, it's got a couple scratches, but you know, it was $1, and I was like, oh, I'm not leaving this for $1. The artwork, I believe it's the same as the book, but someone maybe can tell me on that. But yeah, that, and it's got 2 albums, and it's got a full color insert. Again, it's got the lyrics and English voiceovers. I believe, again, it's directly from the book. Very posh accent on it. I'll put a link in the description here. Awesome album. It's really growing on me. It's got awesome cat labels on there. I think I have 1 or 2 albums from the same label, so Japanese label. Kitty, I think. Kitty Records. Yeah. So this is quite awesome. You know, proggy, psyche, awesomeness. So just telling the story of the Rainbow Goblins from the old children's book. Awesome artwork. Just worth it alone for the artwork. Might have to go back at the other copy. I saw it's a little cleaner, but yeah, a couple of small scratches, but it should play. This was, I believe, a Naz Nomad recommendation. Not a huge Duran Duran fan, but you know, every once in a while I can get in the mood. So this is one of their side projects. Australian press. It's got the original inserts, everything. Original price tag, Chelsea price. Maybe Australian guys can tell me about that one. But yeah, if you like Duran Duran, this what do you call it? Arcadia. So red. So this one, Japanese folk music. It's a good one. Yoshida Tokoro. So yeah, this is one of those artists. If I see him in the dollar bins and it's clean, I'll pick up. This is one of his good ones on the For Life label, Japanese label. I'm seeing the OB, but who cares for $1? It's got, you know, the insert lyrics and whatnot in there. Okay, getting into the non-dollar finds now. This one, first pressing, unfortunately stereo. Vinyl douche. I found this maybe just before you posted his copy. He found, but this is Seeds when they're kind of transitioning a little more into the psyche side of things. So not as clean as his copy. It's acceptable until I can find a better one. Crescendo. I think that's the original insert. Looks like it. So I have Psyche Garage. So happy to find that. Probably VG. Yeah, I wanted VG Plus, but yeah, you just don't see those. Picked it up. This was happy to find. Dave Holland. So this basically says Archives. ECM. This is the OB. So minimalistic bass solo. You know, Dave Holland. So this is a promo copy. I believe it's a promo anyway. It says Archive anyway in Japanese. I think it does have a promo stamp on the record. Yeah, it does. It's orange, but it's an orange, so it's an orange one promo. The record store I went to get this, they had a bunch of ECM stuff that had this archival sticker on it here. My best guess, I think it says Trio. ECM in Japan's on that Trio label, which is really clean sounding. My best guess is Trio record or ECM or some of them, they were cleaning out their archives, I guess, because I didn't see this with any other label other than ECM, and there was probably about 20 of these floating around in the various bins. So very happy to pick this up for next to nothing, really. So this one, again, a crazy find. So Heavy Psych, the Head Shop, still sealed. I haven't opened it yet, actually. Best guess, this is the, I think it's like a mid-90s pressing, from what I can figure, but it could be original. But the artwork is actually completely identical, so I can't tell without opening it, but I'll open it pretty soon, I think. So, Heavy Psych, pretty awesome stuff. This one I've been looking for a long time. Usually this goes for big box. This one's it's VG Plus-ish. I don't know, it's kind of in borderline. It's got some scratches, but looks like it'll play pretty well. I haven't got it fully cleaned up yet, but this is Ghetto, self-titled. So Ghetto would mean something like Heresy, I guess, in English. So they're kind of like a hard rock psych band. I let one of these go through my fingers by accident. I was really tired and flipping through the bins like 11 o'clock at night. I saw the sister album to this for like $5, and I let it go. I'm hoping it's still there. I might have another go at it. It's just got the inserts, and this is a really flimsy production. Very small. I don't think there's many of these actually. These are super hard to find. But he has an incredible album, live recording. This one, same shop. Found it in the jazz section, though I'm not sure. Is this jazz? Is it not jazz? I don't know. Anne Peacock, she's best known, I guess, for writing a lot of Paul Blais compositions, so kind of avant-garde, jazzy, vocal jazz, avant-garde rock, not prog, I don't know. Vocal jazz-ish, but it's hard to describe. It doesn't quite fit into any category. So I might file this under jazz. I might file this kind of in general listing. But Anne Peacock, quite happy to catch this. Again, everything in here I found something, so it's going to be in the link so you can listen to it. This one was what's that fellow in New Zealand? James Butterley. This is one of his. He's shown this a couple times. I found a promo copy. Japanese ECM, white label promo. So underwear by Bobo Stenson. So this is it's a little different than most ECM stuff. It's got a little more of that fusion thing going on. It's electric, it's piano, bass, percussion. This is a really incredible album. Yeah, worth a listen. Let me get this back in the. Yeah, it's a really clean copy. Okay, and this is another one I got from the same shop on the cheap. I went back for this one. It's Eric Dolphy, Last Date, Japanese one, 70s on Fontana. It's a really clean copy. That's this last performance. So it's a live recording. So it's not a gatefold or anything. Nothing really special about the packaging other than it has Japanese on the back. And it's got a flat matte print. Another shop that got it on cheap. Found Dave Brubeck's 70s pressing. This is the US press in the shrink. So yeah, a few bucks, whatever. And kind of unusual. This must have come from one of the bases because I've got a Miles Davis with the same thing, but it's got like a for government sales only, I guess. So this was basically from the U.S. bases here. It's kind of a neat find. Japanese press again. Art Ensemble of Chicago. You know this one. Japanese pressing. This is the second press, I believe. I think it's Trio, ECM, okay. Or EMI rather. Odeon EMI. Clean copy, free jazz. Not for everybody, but I like that. That was a suggestion from Andrew at Tales in the Crate. Okay, different shop. This is in the dollar bins. This is as mint as you can get with it being open. Art Farmer. And Crawl Space is the title. There you go. Gatefold, Japanese pressing. It's got inserts. And it's on CTI. So it sounds exactly like you'd expect from CTI. So Art Farmer on horns. Kind of that late 70s CTI sound. Okay, trying to get these quickly. Double album, Gong, UK press. This is a repress. The originals have like a die cuts. You can see the inserts. So got double inserts in there. Yeah, Gong, Psyche Prague, I guess. Everyone knows that one. Japanese repress in 70s. Blue Mitchell's Blues Moods. Most notably Wynton Kelly on piano on here. Yeah. Great Japanese pressing. I was very happy to find that on the cheap. Been looking for that one for a while. Another happy dollar bin find. Basically, I'll admit it, this is a blind buy. but I got it because it was on the Get Hit label, which I really like. They did a lot of 90s, I guess it might still be around. They did a lot of 90s garage revival type stuff. So these guys they actually went back and recorded some Del Shannon, I don't know, some of their stuff they never recorded with the original organ player, which is pretty cool. So I'll put that in the link. I was very happy with this when I finally got to listen to it. Again, just a few bucks, not in dollar bins, but could have been, should have been, I don't know. But this is a really good one. Phoebe Snow, kind of, I guess you could call it folk rock, kind of in that Joni Mitchell and Carole King kind of vein, I guess. But yeah, Japanese, I'm pretty sure this is the second pressing. The Japanese artwork's a little bit better looking. The US press just has her profile in white. It's a pretty ugly cover, really. But this one's got yeah, there you go. Got a cool label there, Japanese label. It's got a little insert with the Japanese lyrics. It's got the English lyrics on the back. It's a matte texture cover. Gotta hurry here before the wife kills me. Got more, quite a bit more. Skid Row, the Irish one. Gary Moore on guitar, later with Thin Lizzy. It's an awesome one. Their second album, you know it. This one, I'm kind of going, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have gotten this. This is pretty chewed up. It looks pristine inside. That looks gorgeous, but it's really crackly, and I'm not even sure I can clean it. But this is a German first press of Hawkwind here. Yeah, it's got the funky trifold German. So yeah, might replace this later, but it's kind of cool to have placeholder copy until I can find better. The other one I found late night digging in a pop-up. So first pressing, David Peel, Lower East Side. You've seen this. It's the gatefold. Unfortunately, it's a cutout, but yeah. The vinyl itself is super clean, even though the packaging is a little beat up. Yep. Same place, different bin. Found another David Peel. This is a French Italian repress on really thick vinyl, but yeah, sound quality is not that great actually. This is just from a couple years ago, still in the shrinky. So kind of interesting listen though. Another one, kind of a blind buy, but I've heard of them. Very similar to Tomita. So just named Kitaro, sound creator. So he did like kind of new age. I think he's still around. Did like kind of new agey ambient whatnot. I just kind of was drawn by the type of instrumentation he's using here. He's got Japanese koto and seto, or koto and Japanese taiko, Moog synthesizer, Korg synthesizer, Roland synthesizer, ARP synthesizer, yeah, shakuhachi, which is the reed flutes. So that just looked like an interesting listen. So it's all right. This one was not quite a blind buy. The owner of the pop-up played this for me, so I thought I'd like it, and I do. This is kind of a fusion space rock, I guess, album. This is the Cosmos Factory. It's a Japanese band. Cover's kind of beat up. The album's awesome. Not that beat up. It's just a little mold or something going on there. But yeah, awesome. This is their last album right after came out right about the time they broke up. So don't know a whole lot about them, but it's a really, really awesome album. Happy to have it. This one, I was going to do a little research for doing this, but yeah, this is a soundtrack album. It's a little mix of folk and psych, Japanese. It's around 69, 70s. Underground film in Japan here. It's like Love is Hell or something like that when you translate it. It's got a very young Carmen Maki, and yeah, it's got a little booklet inside, a little nudity, so I'm not going to show the inside. But yeah, this is a quite rare album. A lot of the other albums that this record label put out, they were like a controversial theatrical group / film group. So a lot of really good stuff. Tokyo Kid Brothers I showed before, some of their earlier stuff, and J.A. Caesar, which is like it is a psych band in Japan. Awesome stuff. But yeah, that stuff goes for thousands of dollars, like $5,000 or so. I'm very happy to get this one for next to nothing, but not as cool as those albums. Going on, very minty copy of Michael Murphy's first album, Geronimo's Cadillac. The album's good. It's country rock, country. He's been very prolific. I'm not a big country guy, but yeah, every once in a while. I really like the title track, and this was cheap, and you don't see these, and when you do, they're expensive. So I was picked up. This one, Almost to the End. It's a comp of New England Garage on a small label. I did find some of these online, so it's got little info about all the bands on here. It's on a small indie label called Stanton Park, which I believe just reissues a lot of garage stuff, and some original, some reissue. But I'm not sure they're still around, but it's not terribly expensive, and just looked interesting. The stuff I have heard has been quite good when I listened to it. This one, First Press US, Kate Bush. Very, very clean copy. Vinyl's great. It's got the inner, everything. So Running Up the Hill, everyone knows this one. Super happy to find that. And last one is an interesting Japanese kind of indie J-pop comp from '98 when they just announced Japan was hosting the World Cup, which I was around here for that. But, Gatefold, really cool. Notably, Cornelius, I guess, the biggest band on here. Seagull Screaming, Kisser Kisser. So really cool green vinyl. But might hold onto this, might flip it later. I don't know. We'll see how good the whole thing is. I haven't given it a proper listen yet. So that's my stack. Maybe we'll get some more tomorrow. I gotta go pick up the kid apparently because she's having a meltdown at a wedding. Okay, see you guys before I get killed. And hopefully I won't be a stranger as long this time. Oh yeah, here. So Rockin' Jelly Bean, artist here in Japan. Electric Frankenstein, check them out if you don't know them. Garage Rock. Okay. Yep. See you guys.